and Duelist, Twisted Trickster 35. Today we got something special for you. New deck profile on Super Heavy Samurai. This set is from Duelist Alliance and the new challengers. This big booty defensive deck, like some Samurai 7 type stuff, man. Alright, so let's jump into this. First you want to run 3 Super Heavy Samurai Big Benkei. This guy is your main guy. When he's normal or special summon, he goes to defense. And all Super Heavy Samurai monsters can attack while in defense position. 3,500 attack. So, yep. Then we run 3 Super Heavy Samurai Scales. If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters, you can special summon them from the hand. When he's normal or special summoned, you can target 1 Super Heavy Samurai in your graveyard except himself. Special summon in defense. So he has 1,800 defense himself. So you can target 1 in your graveyard, special summon in defense, overlay with it, or something like that. Or just keep him in defense. Doesn't matter. Then we run 3 Super Heavy Samurai Blue Brawler. This guy is pretty good when he's normal or special summoned. You can switch him to defense. Cannot be destroyed by battle. I feel like 3 is pretty good. Then we run 2 Super Heavy Samurai Swordsman. Now this guy is pretty good too. He's pretty tricky. I love when people run into him. You can set him face down, or you can normal summon him. When he's normal summoned or special summoned, he goes to defense. But if your opponent attacks into him, their attack and defense becomes 0 after he's destroyed. So 0 attack, 0 defense, pretty good. I feel like 2 is good enough. Then we have 3 Giant Rat. This guy is a must in this deck because all their attack are like 1,000 or less. You can set this guy face down, special summon out a big Benkei like that. Pretty good, or Blue Brawler, doesn't matter. Next up we have 2 Machina Fortress. You can ditch a big Benkei or 2 of your Super Heavy Samurai. Get him out, pretty good, you know what he does. You guys have run Machina before, I'm sure. Next we have 2 Super Heavy Samurai Soulfire Suit. What this does is it can equip to your Super Heavy Samurai, make them level 5, or you can ditch it from your hand and save 1 of your Super Heavy Samurai on the field from being destroyed by battle or card effects. So he's kind of like a hand play, ditch him to your graveyard. Next up we have 2 Super Heavy Samurai Soul Shield Wall. This guy equips to your Super Heavy Samurais, give them a boost of 1,200 defense. When your opponent attacks into it, you can negate the attack and unequip this card, but their defense becomes 0. So it's pretty good, but it's also kind of not the best. You want to draw into it probably late game. I would say if you have like a Benkei on the field, you want to equip this to it. Give it an extra 1,200 defense, which is upping its attack basically. Next, we only run 1 Super Heavy Samurai Soulbane Cannon. This card is kind of funny, because if you control a Super Heavy Samurai on the field, your opponent activates any effect, you can remove it from the graveyard, negate their effect, and destroy all monsters on the field. But the downside is both players will take 1,000 damage after you do that, so I think 1 is good enough. Next up, we only have 1 Super Heavy Samurai Kabuto. When your opponent special summons, you can change all face-up Super Heavy Samurais to defense. He's pretty good, 2,000 defense, level 4. He's not the best, but he still works pretty good. Next up, we have 1 Card Trooper because it's Machine, Earth, for a little bit of mill effect. Draw the cards you need, up the attack. You know, it's not bad. Alright, let's move on to spells. For this deck, we are running 2 MST because, you know, back row is a pain. People play Vanities and a lot of other crazy back row like Trap Stun and all that stuff. So obviously you want to get rid of it. Next up we have 2 Double Defender. What Double Defender does is once per turn you can target an opponent's attacking monster if you control 2 defense position monsters. Negate the attack. So I mean it comes in handy, it's continuous. Pretty good for this deck. Next up we have 2 Twin Swords of Flashing Light Trice. You gotta discard a card to get it out, but equip it to your monster. They lose 500 attack, but that doesn't matter because while they're in defense position, they can attack twice. So it works pretty well for this deck. Next up, we only have one machine duplication, one soul charge, and one Regeki. I know, I finally broke down and brought a Regeki, so everybody's using it, so why not use Regeki? On to traps. We run 2 Spike Shield with Chain. Now, what this does, you can target one face-up monster on the field, equip it to that target. It gains 500 attack, but that's not the main point of this. The equipped monster attacks or is attacked while in defense. It gains defense equal to its attack, so its attack will gain to their defense if it's attacked or if they attack. So it's actually a pretty good tech choice in this. I like it at 2. I think 3 would be too cloggy. Next up, we have 2 Call of the Haunted, 2 Fiendish Chain to stop effects and monsters, double Mirror Force because, you know, people attack a lot and you got to defend some of your super heavy samurai. Next up, we have 1 Bottomless Trap Hole and 1 Burst Rebirth. And that will do it for the main deck. On to the extra deck. Now, this extra deck is not fully complete, but it's still pretty good. Run 2 Gear Gigant X, whatever you want to call it. 2 Gaga Cowboy, or no, 1 Gaga Cowboy, my bad. 1 Wind Up Zen Meister. 1 Fairy King Alverditch. And that's pretty much it for the level 4s, but you can have like any rank 4s in this deck. On to rank 3. 2 of the new card, which is Girgia Gear Gigant XG. Call him OG, whatever. Still a pretty good card. He's new from the structure deck if you want to see him. Not bad. 2,500 attack. Does some crazy stuff. Next up, we have a Wind Up Zen Mains. Soul of Silver Mountain, because it's pretty defensive with this deck. Leviair if stuff gets banished or whatever. And then we have a number 48. And then we only have 2 rank 8s, which is Googly Eyes Drum Dragon and Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord. For if you have like 2 big Benkei on the field, you can overlay into those if you need to. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck. We got the side deck if you want to see that too. Run 2 Threatening Roar for side deck. 1 Double Summon. 1 Machina Armored Unit. 1 Guard Penalty. 2 Card D. 2 Dododo Bots. You can normal set this. You can't normal summon it, but it has 1900 defense. It's a machine earth. So, I mean, it's pretty good. Then we have another Soulbang Cannon, another Kabuto, and 1 Book of Moon for the side deck. So, it's been pretty good. I've been testing this out for a while. It's competitive. It's fun to play. Like I said, it's from the new set, so go out and get it. Try it out if you want. This has been Twisted Trickster 35. Please like, rate, and subscribe. See you later.